Keeping up with the motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning students. Subject I.C.T. Topic Animations in PowerPoint Presentation. Standard 6th by Kriti Chauhan. In last video we have learned about transitions to the slide. When we apply transition, it gives a visual effect to the slide. This effect shows manner in which the slideshow moves from one slide to the another. Here we are going to understand animations and how to add animations to the slide. Transitions and animations are similar. Only difference we see here is transition are applied to the slide and animations are applied to the text object image in the presentation of slide. Now let us see the animations definition of animation. Animations are audio or visual effect added to the text or object in the presentation slide. That means in a slide when we give an effect to the content of that particular slide, that effect is nothing but the animations. Now why we apply animations in a presentation? Do we ever think about that? We basically apply animation effect to display text or object one at a time so that each point can be read carefully. The effect what we apply to text or object. This effect shows the manner in which each object appear or disappear or stay on the screen. It makes presentation more interactive and engaging. Now let us learn how to apply animations and what options we select while applying animation to the text and object will be helpful for creating visual effects. Now the first is click the animation tab and select custom animation from the animation group. The custom animation pane will appear. Now select the text or object in which we want to apply the animation. Then after that, from the custom pane, click the add effect icon. A drop down list will appear. Now from the drop down list, there are 3 actions we can select. The first is entrance, second is emphasis, and the third is exit. These 3 actions are used depending upon its requirement. Now when we select entrance effect, this entrance effect is applied to the text or an object when we need to give effect while they enter the slide. Emphasis, when we select emphasis, this emphasis effect is applied to the text and object when we need that particular text or object have an effect while they are on the slide. The third option when we select is exit. This exit is applied to the text and object that we need them to leave the slide with some effective way. Now there are many more options that helps us while creating the animations. The first is remove button. The remove button is when click, that option can be used to remove animation from the slide. Then there is a preview button or play button. This button, if we select, will give the preview the animation for the current slide. And when we click on the slideshow button, this button will preview the animation in the presentation. That means we can see the animation in the entire presentation. And the last thing, when we check on auto preview box, this preview box will preview the animation after it has been created or modified while creating the presentation. Keeping Now here we are going to learn about how to apply animations to the presentation. So first we have learned about transition. Transition is nothing but a visual effect that we apply to the slide. But animation is an effect that we apply to our text or the objects. Now let us see how we are going to apply the animation. So the first thing we are going to write the text. Once we finish writing the text, then we are going to select our text and then we are going to select the animation. Now this animation is nothing but have the list of all the kinds of animation. Generally your animations are divided into 3 actions. One is entrance, second is emphasis, and third is exit. Now entrance means how your animation will look when it enters the slide during the slideshow. So let us see fly in. Now once you select this presentation, you can change the effect. Effect means from which direction you want your animation to appear. I want it to appear from the left. Done. Now let's see what happens with the slideshow. Now I have started my slideshow. Now once I'll press my enter key, you will see the animation coming from the left. So what happened here is when we start our slideshow, the slide was empty, and once I click my mouse, then my text enter the slide. So this action is called entrance action. So next action is emphasis. Let us start with emphasis. Now I am going to override this animation. Override means I am going to change this animation by selecting. I am going to override the animation using underline. So my previous animation has been removed and the new animation has been added. So let's see the slideshow. Emphasis means the action that is taken on the text when the text is on the slide. So here when I press my enter key, you will see the underline has been appeared. So this action is called emphasis action. Why emphasis? Because my text is on the slide when the slideshow is there, but once I press my enter key, I'll see the underline. Now let's see what happens with exit. Again I am going to override my text. I am going to select, I am going to change it to exit action. So I am going to make it fly out. Clear? So fly out. Now I am going to change my direction from I am going to change it to fly out. So this fly out, I want it from the right. Clear? So I am going to start my current slideshow. So when I start my slideshow, the slide has my text. Now I am going to press enter key and the text will go from the slideshow. So this is called exit. So there are 3 kinds of actions. One is exit, one is entrance, other is emphasis, and the last one is exit. Exit means to remove the text from the slide. Emphasis means to add an effect on the text when it is on the slide during the slideshow. And entrance means when there is a slideshow and how you want your text to appear on the screen. Now the next important thing we are going to learn is how to add 2 animation at the same time. Clear? So before that we will open our animation pan. This animation pan shows already existing animation. I am going to override this animation with the entrance action. So let me make it fly in, and let me change the direction from left. Clear? Now you can see this, there is in the timing section there is start. This start drop down has three things: on click, with previous, after previous. On click means how the animation, on what action you will take, so the animation will appear. So when I click on the mouse, then only my animation will execute. See here, I'm not clicking anything, so no text will appear. Once I'll click the mouse, my text will appear. You can click on the keyboard, it's fine. Then if I select my animation with previous, that means as soon as my slideshow will execute, my text will come on the slide. And if I select my start with after previous, this means once the slide will appear, then my text will appear. If you know it more better, let it delay by 75 seconds. So let's see, execution done, and then my text appear on the screen. Clear? This is called start, how your animation will start. So let my first animation be on click. Now I am going to add one more animation to my text. So I am going to select my text. I am not going to select any animation from this area. I am going to click on this add animation. Add animation give me the facility to add more animation to already animated text. So here I am going to use emphasis. In emphasis, I want it to be underlined. Clear? Now you can see my emphasis has on click. I do not want it on click. I want it to have after previous. So can you see, once my green, these rectangle boxes are called timeline. So once this will start, this will finish its execution, then this will start. Clear? So let's see. I'll press my enter key, and then I will see the, if I want, there should be some time between these two animations. So I want my second animation, that is emphasis, to execute after certain time. So I want a delay. So I will delay it by suppose 2 seconds. So what will happen, once I start my slideshow, I'll press enter key, my text will appear, and after 2 seconds automatically my underline will appear. So this is called delay, means how late you want, after how much seconds you want your animation to perform its action. Clear? This is called delay. And duration. Duration means how, wait, I'll select the first one and I'll show you the duration. Duration I want it 1.25 seconds. 1.25 seconds means how fast or slow my animation will enter the screen. How fast it is, 1.25 seconds. If I reduce it to 25 seconds, you can see my animation will appear very fast. Clear? So the duration means how fast or slow your animation will execute. Delay means after how many seconds your animation will execute. Clear? Now you can change your animation with previous. So what will happen? Both the animation will execute together. Can you see? So with previous means both the animations are working parallelly. And the last animation is how to remove the animation. So I'm going to remove by clicking the drop down of the second. I want to remove the second animation, so I am going to click here and going to click remove. Okay, my animation has been removed. So the next thing I want is I'm going to add one more animation, another animation, add animation, and I'm going to use exit. So I want it fly out, and I want to change the direction of my fly out from to right. But this action should be performed not on click, after previous. So can you see my timeline? And I want there should be a delay, it should be slow, and my second animation should have some time. So can you see the distance between the green box and the red one? There is a distance. If I make it 0, the distance will over. Means what happens, when I execute this, my text will enter and it will go away. But if I select the second animation and make it and let it have a delay of suppose 1 second, what will happen here is it will stay for 1 second and then it will go out of the screen. So students, I hope you must have understood about the start. There are 3 kinds of start: on click, after previous, with previous. On click means the action, the animation will be executed when you will click the animation, or with previous will execute along with the another animation, and after previous means it will be executed once the previous animation has done its execution. Duration means how fast and slow the animation will execute. Delay means after how much time it will execute the animation. Clear? And there are add animation. Add animation will help you to add one or more animation in your presentation. Effect option will help you to change the direction of your animation. Clear? Then this animation drop down, more drop down will help you to select the animation, and there are 3 kinds of animation depending upon the action. One is entrance, second is emphasis, and third is exit. Entrance will apply the animation when the text or an object will enter the slide during the slideshow. Emphasis will perform its action when the text is on the slide when during the slideshow, and exit will perform its action when the text will be disappearing from the slide during the slideshow. Hope students you will understand and remember the types of animation